Welcome to Your Music is Bad and You Should Feel Bad. I'm your host, Matt Lee, and in case you didn't just hear the name of this podcast, I am a more critical than average person when it comes to music. Why? I don't know. It probably comes from being very analytical, and so when I don't like something, I want to know why. The point is, if I am publicly critical of a band you like, or are in for that matter, it doesn't mean I don't like you. It doesn't even mean I don't like the people in that band or who make that music. Unless the people who make that music are dicks, in which case I probably don't like them because they're dicks. And I hope I don't have to put up a disclaimer explaining that under no circumstances are you required nor even encouraged to actually feel bad because of anything you hear on this podcast. How you feel about the music you listen to is up to you. How I feel about it is what this podcast is about. Now, I bring this up because I got a comment on Facebook where someone said, "We get it, you don't enjoy most things." And that is completely backwards. I enjoy most music, including a lot of music I don't actually like, because I am musically a masochist and I enjoy analyzing why I don't like it. So I hope that clears a few things up, and we can stop being surprised when I don't like things that are really popular. Speaking of which, here is myself, Jamie Ignao, Ashleigh Walsh, and James Chen discussing Kanye and the Grammys after a lot of drinks.
Let's be serious now.
All right. Serious face.
So, in all seriousness, the two Kanye songs I really like both have lights in the title.
Have we started?
One is, yes, I started recording because this is real. This is real, and it's about Kanye, and that's what we're talking
sorry.
about. So one of them is called All of the Lights, and one of them is, I believe, called Flashing Lights. And they're the two Kanye songs that I genuinely like.
Oh, no. Why?
Because they're decent songs. Because he's not, like, he's... God damn it. What the fuck? What are you doing? I can't keep headphones on my head. Anyways, this Kanye fella, I don't really feel like what he's doing is representative of...
I'm sorry.
Well, so that actually might be a good place to start. Okay, so you have two Kanye songs that are your favorite.
Hey
why
guys,
are they good?
So welcome to Kanye podcast number 2.
It's unfortunate we can't, with the mobile setup, we can't play music into it yet. I should probably figure out a way to do that, but in the future we'll have it. But
Matt Lee is your host.
It's hard to explain. I think they're just both they both have some kind of interesting hook. If it's not necessarily in All of the Lights, it's literally that it has one of the better vocal melodies, and does anybody know the songs I'm talking about at all?
I actually know the one you're talking about. Yeah. Or at least the first one. Yeah.
All of the lights,
do you know you save lives?
All of the Lights has both Rihanna and Kid Cudi also on it. And that's part of it. So Rihanna sings the hook. There's a hook, which first of all, it's one of those things in hip hop where I'm like, just have somebody sing the hook. Don't auto-tune it and don't do it yourself, especially because I'm pretty sure Kanye is tone deaf. So...
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is my new thing, is that it's not just that he can't sing. He literally, when he does sing, he's so far off that it really sounds like he cannot discern pitch, which technically means that he is tone deaf.
I mean, I think last week's SNL definitely proved that point.
Yeah. He totally, the auto-tuning was set so hard that... It sounded like super robot voice because it was set to rigidly stick to those pitches because he was so far off.
Till all are one.
And thinking back, my favorite part of most Kanye songs are not when Kanye is singing.
I'd like you to repeat that first phrase. Say that again. Your
okay. All right.
Your favorite part of Kanye songs.
the parts that I remember, I will revise my statement. There's parts of the song that I remember that wasn't half bad.
You're fired.
Usually have nothing to do.
From
Okay,
life.
apparently I'm just going to leave. So
Kanye is best while drinking, James. It's okay.
exactly.
Oh God.
The parts you remember.
So hey, we're talking about Kanye today, because it's that time of year again when it's important for him to say a lot of
remind
things.
everybody that he still exists.
Yes, and now is the time to yes. I will edit this heavily. So in addition to the Grammys, in which
Did you watch the Grammys?
I watched the Grammys.
How good was the Grammys?
So
You know why you watch the Grammys? I know you're terrified that I'm going to say something stupid, but I know.
no,
That's just
I know,
par for
the
course.
reason I know you watch the Grammys is because I joined Twitter or Twatter
yeah,
a month
you
ago.
did.
So
Welcome to hell.
So
He's still
I
not
went-
good at
I
it.
basically went on Twitter and I'd seen. I don't know. I mean, like I go on it like I go on Facebook, when I'm taking a shit, and I'm like, all right, let's look at someone's things, and that sounds weird. And I saw that you had commented, or twatted, right? Tweeted.
Twatted, that is the correct term.
know. I don't fucking know.
Twatted.
And so you'd basically twatted maybe about 25 times in one day.
Right, because I was live tweeting the Grammys. I live tweeted. I said at the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna live tweet until the rage overtakes me and I can no longer coherently form thoughts that are of any interest. It happened fairly quickly. I
could see that
because I could not be funny because I was just too angry about like this is music, guys. This is music. This is all of the music.
Because I'm all about that tea.
And
How did she win new best artist? I just wanna
Because
know.
of that song.
Was that
'Cause
Meghan Trainor?
Song, yes,
Literally
she was.
because
How's
of
that
that
not
one.
new
song.
All right. So
But
here's
to
the thing.
be fair,
so
the competition was also just like.
So like
But what-
1989.
Isn't she like 2 years old?
1989 in my mind has been out for at least 2 years.
I
I know it's not.
I think it came out early last
Like
year.
this, when Poos come out, when they are
When Poos
produced,
come out, yes.
to me they last a lot longer than I would like to think. So
Right.
like you're talking about Meghan Trainor, All About That D, or All About That V, or whatever she's about. To me that's been out for like what? Why would you
Well,
take the
that's
mic?
the problem
It's
with
been
like,
out for like a year and a half, 2 years.
That's
to
the problem
me.
with the Grammys is that for one thing, it's an arbitrary like a year, so it's like, and we do the awards show at the beginning of the following year, so we're already sick of most of the stuff that is up for awards, and on top of that, all of her subsequent singles were just weak, the same basic deal, because her whole thing is just like 50s old rock with like a beat.
Meghan Trainor?
Yes, that's her whole spiel.
I don't listen to her, so I wouldn't
It's
know.
like 50s. It's like class. It's not even classic. It's pre-classic rock. It's like early 50s rock / doo-wop.
Is that called bebop or doo-wop?
No, it's more to doo-wop, but early rock and roll is really.
What about
it's just like-
bop-a-loo bop?
Well,
Yeah,
she's
wop bamboo.
she's capitalizing. I get to say this because I'm a lady. She's capitalizing
Oh,
on the
God.
whole
Here we
idea of the feminine ideal drifting from the place where it once was, where now we're embracing big butts and big bosoms and things of this, and I support it. I support it in a lot of ways, and I think that I personally like All About That bass. I see nothing wrong with that song whatsoever. However, my argument for that song is the fact that I would have to look it up. I don't have Google handy, but I think that song's at least a year and a half old by now.
That's what I
Well,
thought.
yeah, I don't
or
know.
at least
I
I
mean-
thought that, right?
I don't know. It might have something to do with when the album came out, or I don't know.
Like taxes.
I don't know.
Like taxes.
Like taxes, right? It's a weird like date-based thing. So even if it came out literally a year ago, that would still be within the whatever. So I don't know. But like I was saying, that's a regular thing with these shows is like you're like, hey, some things you're like that came out like a week ago. They were clearly trying to sneak it in like under the wire, and then some stuff you're like that clearly came out a whole year ago, and I don't want to hear it again anymore.
Right, but that's kind of how awards work in general, right? I mean, you're always going to get both ends of these types of things.
Like taxes.
Yes.
Like
So,
taxes.
Speaking of which, hey, so we should probably introduce the people who are here.
Hi.
So
Jamie jumped the gun again.
I am Matt as usual. Jamie is here
Hello.
as well, and then we also have Ashleigh
Hi guys, what's going on?
Ashleigh and James.
and James.
Hello, hello.
I don't know if you wish to introduce yourselves any further than that.
Hi, my name's Jamie, and I'm here. And it's,
They probably know you.
oh, hi. Sorry.
So this is technically our follow-up to the original, the first episode on Kanye, because it is apparently, I don't know if he just plans it like for like right around award shows. Like that's his thing where like he's gonna
I love award shows.
build up award shows.
Stop it.
See,
But
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
What?
Wikipedia says June 30th, 2014 for Meghan Trainor. All about
Really?
that bass. Was when it's
Really?
released.
But you know
See,
what?
that's what
you know what though? But she
freaks
didn't.
me
But
out.
here's the thing though. She didn't win for the song. She won Best New Artist.
Right, and she
Right,
was
which-
new on June 30th
Right.
in
Well, but here's the
2014.
thing. Best New Artist. Okay, I'm gonna. Here's the like. Real talk translation time.
You're gonna have to.
I'm gonna real talk translate.
Translate.
Real talk translate. Okay. Best New Artist means best artist who started making us money this year. That's when they give a shit, and therefore you are eligible. If you were around for 10 years, the year your big hit breaks and suddenly everyone's heard of you, that's the year you get nominated for Best New Artist.
Back in my day.
Because, in case we have forgotten, the Oscars, or not the Oscars, the Grammys and most award shows are little metal trophies given to the artists who make the executives money, voted
the
on
shape
by
of
the
a
executives
penis.
who are being made the money
It's
by
not
the artists.
most
Matt-
award shows. It's every award show.
Right, I'm
That's
just leaving
what
the
it
room for like
is.
the People's Choice and whatever and blah blah blah. blah,
I'm
blah.
gonna let you finish, but I just gotta say
Yeah, you gonna let me finish.
that Beyonce is the greatest, best new artist of all time.
Yeah.
Here's
right.
the thing about Beyonce.
You know what's
Yeah.
really sad is because I was watching Jimmy Fallon, and he
Don't hate on
he-
Beyonce; she's a good artist. We're not hating on her right now. It's
But
all about Kanye.
Jimmy Fallon was doing his LA week, right?
Mhm.
For Tonight Show, and one of his guests was Christina Aguilera, and she made a really funny point that was pertinent, and it seems very obvious when you listen to bachata music. Sorry, everyone.
That's Jamie, by the way.
Hi. You can't be, she had won the newest artist award like Meghan Trainor, and she said, you know what's funny about that is that you can never win it twice. And I was like, oh yeah.
That's not at all funny. That's just an obvious fact that any person
that's
would
just
understand.
a fact of life.
Oh no,
Based on the
it's
fact that
hilarious.
it's the best new
It's
artist
hilarious
award.
that she had to state that on live television.
Mm.
You didn't
Yeah.
find that funny? Live
No,
television?
that's pretty good.
I mean, I do have to apologize because I wasn't keeping up with your 25 live tweets at the time.
No, that's fine. It was not.
Wow, you
no, it was not
suck,
good.
Ashley.
Honestly, like, I mean, follow me on Twitter at the One True Met. But
No, I got drunk, and then what happened was I waited to the end and then read off the finishing winners to Jamie, and then we
Oh,
discussed
yeah.
as present.
What
Although
night
I
was
well,
this?
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about the Grammys. The actual Grammy telecast is like 50% performances. They do like performance award, and it's ridiculous. It's basically just a showcase for whoever is currently on top, and they want to promote even more.
Well, like, I retroactively watch certain things, like Lady Gaga doing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. And again, Lady Gaga at the Grammys. I watched that performance afterwards, which both were phenomenal performances. I can't fault her for either one. But I just wait until public opinion decides what's good and what's not. And then depending upon what's good and what's bad is what I'll actually watch, which is unfortunate for the artists who are simply mediocre.
Well, I was going to
Look,
say, that's one of the fundamental problems of the awards, right? If you wait for the public opinion on what is good and what is not, is that really what is good or what is innovative?
Well, right. Well, plus the opinion on, okay, so first of all, the actual awards, especially the Grammys, is voted on by people in the music industry. So I remember I actually watched, here's what happened. I watched the red carpet. I put on the the red carpet pre-show, which was a horrible mistake because before the actual show started, I was already sick of tweeting about it. I was like, I'm done. Fuck all of you. Fuck you. I'm done.
That's a bad word.
Before the thing even started, I was like,
Scotsman.
because I started off tweeting like I'm gonna tweet about this, but I'm just saying only until I can't take it anymore because it won't be very long. Because I remember last year being like, this is gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna tweet the Grammys, and then I immediately was furious and it was awful.
You immediately regretted the decision.
Yes. So this year I was like, I'm going to do it, but I'm, we'll see how it goes. And at some point I'm just going to vanish in a fit of rage, which is pretty much what happened. But I made the extra mistake of starting with the pre-show, which is the red carpet where they're just asking people. And I remember this dude, Charlie Puth, yeah, he actually did that song with Meghan Trainor, that Marvin Gaye, I forget what the song is called, but the whole thing is they're like, they made him a verb. They're like, let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. It's like, first of all, your entire song is just a reference to a different song. That's already a song. You don't need to make another song referencing that song. And then second of all, Marvin Gaye is not a verb. And that doesn't make any fucking sense.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've Marvin Gaye'd a lot.
Good
of
for
things
you.
in my
It's a
life.
shitty
Maybe you're
song.
just not an innovator.
It is a garbage song.
Maybe you're not Grammy material, man.
No,
so
I-
haven't
I
Marvin
will.
Gaye
Now
something.
I'm
Here's the
racking
thing.
his
Here's the
brain.
thing. So I posted about this because they mentioned that he went to Berkeley. They're talking to because he was nominated not for that song. He was nominated for "See You Again."
A lot of tools have went to Berkeley.
I don't know if you heard the song
Did
"See
anyone
You
get
Again,"
that joke?
which is where he's singing about it's been a long day and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again, which is also stupid and pointless and doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Right. And mostly it's just Wiz Khalifa raps a bunch of stuff that also doesn't mean anything. And then it comes back to him but he talks and they're like, you went to Berkeley, which is funny because as soon as I posted that on Facebook, Rich was posted, yeah, he went for music business and management. So that's, yeah.
Oh,
But
don't go
when they
Berkeley
ask him
for
about on the
that.
red carpet, he's all like, oh yeah. And so I studied jazz piano and all of that really went into that song. I mean, I composed it in 2 minutes. Of course you did. It's a piece of shit. And he's like, so I really didn't expect you to be such a big hit. Of course you didn't. It's a piece of shit. But it's so great. And I really hope it wins all the Grammys.
It was
that it's nominated
huge.
for.
It was huge, guys.
So, he mentioned that, he used the jazz. Which
He
I felt like he
used the
really
jazz.
used it to the bare minimum. He might have, but for the most part,
Only losers don't use jazz.
He didn't.
They're not
He used the
huge
jazz.
like me.
How does one use the jazz?
right.
It's huge.
So you do is you go to Berkeley and you learn about jazz harmony.
I know plenty of
and
buggers
use
that
it to
have
make a
gone.
garbage pop song.
I know plenty of buggers that have gone to Berkeley. Oh, so
Yeah.
by the way, one of the things that
Which
when Ashleigh was
Boston or California?
when Ashleigh was, I know, right? When Ashleigh
Boston.
was reading off some of the stuff to me, one thing that killed me, and it's one thing that we talked about during Gimmick Metal, during Kanye episode 1. Now we're Enter the Kanye, or are we Kanye Strikes Back? What are we in?
Wrath of Kanye.
Enter the
Wrath of Kanye.
Wrath of Kanye.
I actually like that better. That's a
You're welcome.
nerd, 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 nerd.
I'm so scared.
That's what this episode is called now.
The Wrath
Pretty sure I
of-
peed,
That's the
guys.
title of the episode.
I know, right?
Kanye,
Wrath of Kanye.
Kanye
But
2,
anyhow,
the Wrath
so
of Kanye.
Ashley was reading me a bunch of stuff out, and I don't get too preachy about genres because one of the things I love to do, writing and everything else, it's like I don't like to be genre specified. I love to do like one thing and go to another, and I'm totally fine with it. But when she was reading off some of the awards, some of the bands were put in different categories. So it was like, best rock out. Yeah, you know where I'm going with it. You know where I'm going with this. So, for example, whether I care or not about these bands, which some of them I do, for example, it was like, best rock album, and then it had, like or best rock track, like Something from Nothing from Foo Fighters, which came out like almost 2 years ago. No, probably a year and a half. And then then it had a Slipknot track. And I was like, okay.
I remember us talking about this.
And then it came to like something else where it was like, best metal track. And I was like,
Well, do you know who won best metal performance?
tell me, because I remember Ashleigh reading everything off to me and me being very angry.
Or, I mean, I might be getting the categories wrong because I don't know if it's best.
Because they're all
hard rock,
convoluted
metal.
bollocks.
Right, exactly. And the difference between performance and recording is like, what?
But to you and myself, Matt, like the two of us, James included, sure, but like rock to metal, okay? Because that's how deep they go. Oh, it's so deep. And I know we've shat on subgenres so bloody much. But when it comes to this, it's like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like when Slipknot is winning over the Foo Fighters on a rock track.
So
Well,
you know what I mean?
the main thing is that in the biggest... I'm looking it up to figure out the categories, but in the big... I'm pretty sure the main hard rock and metal award...
Hard rock, man.
So one thing, I don't know anything about metal, and these guys are going to be able to talk about it. So I'm unbiased, but I noticed that Ghost won a lot of these
That's
awards for the metal
one-
category, and they were up against people like
Who the fuck
Slipknot
is that?
and August
Right.
Burns Red,
Oh,
and
I
I think
love
Lamb of
August Burns
God
Red
was in
and
there
Slipknot.
somewhere too, if I'm not
Best
mistaken.
metal performance, Ghost won.
Who is Ghost?
They're this... Okay, so...
Come on, Matt. Give me the lowdown.
I
give me
hate
the lowdown.
Ghosts so
I'd love to
much.
hear the
Give me the
backstory
lowdown.
on this.
I
Okay.
want to as well. Like,
So...
fuck.
Ghost basically sounds like Blue Oyster Cult with like modern production. The problem is it's not 1975. And on top of that, we talked about them a little in the Gimmick Metal episode because the lead singer wears the evil Pope hat, and all the band members are nameless ghouls.
Wait, no.
Yeah, we talked
That's
about this.
Ghost?
That's Ghost.
This
Ghost
was
BC.
Ghost.
Ghost won?
They won Best Metal Performance, despite clearly not being a metal band.
Dude.
Yeah. And
Matt, James, I gotta tell you, you don't even know.
it's so funny because
Post podcast when we go and we put on our caps and hats and go nuts.
the other nominees were Slipknot, Seven Dust, Lamb of God,
I know. Oh my god.
and August Burns Red.
Bands that I love.
And August
bands
Burns
that I
Red,
love.
which I know
Yeah.
you like.
Bands that I love.
Yes, and Ghost, who I would argue very much are not a metal
Dude, we Papa
band.
Emeritus like
It's
shitted.
70s rock
Oh
proto
my
metal,
God.
but it is retro as fuck. It is so intentionally retro and gimmicky and like
But wait, what really kills me is how do they make the Grammys?
because they
seem like a
sold.
big-
Because they sold.
They seem like a
records.
B-list.
This
and
goes
the
back
only
to
thing
the
that
money
matters.
thing. This goes back
But
to
I
the
know,
money
but-
thing.
the Grammys are
but
the
that's-
awards for who made them
Right,
the most
but
money.
That's why I'm so weirded out by this.
Yes.
How do they make money? Because from what you showed me, so going
'Cause
through
it's
the Gimmick Metal
popular.
episode, how is it popular?
because they have a ridiculous gimmick.
Who
and,
listens to it?
And because
It's
right.
not
No,
Necrogoblicon.
it's
not
because
Tenacious
it's not
D.
actually metal, right? It's not actually metal, so you don't have to actually have metal sounds.
No, it's a
coming into
giant pile of
coming
shit
into
covered
your-
in cunt.
You don't actually need metal sounds coming into your ears, but they have all the
We'll
gimmicks
cut that
that
out.
would apply to metal, like corpse paint and a big evil Pope hat.
Right, and Arch Enemy
And-
did that, but when I
and
listened to them like a
Gimmick out
decade
the
ago,
wazoo and all
Yeah.
this sort of theatrics.
yeah,
And people buy into that and they're like, oh, yeah, it's great. And the thing is,
it's huge.
They've been catching on. Like, this is why it's crazy, because I've been like hating on them hard, but half the people I know are like, but I really like them. And I'm like, I don't care, fuck you. If you like them, fine. But like, you should just listen to Blue Oyster Cult,
You know
because
what?
it's the same thing, only it's not 30 years later.
I'm not a metal person by any means, but I know August Burns Red, and I know Lamb of God, and I know Slipknot fairly
Those
well.
are fairly easily classified as
because
metal
of
bands.
me.
Yes.
Hi.
And partially yes because of Jamie,
Jamie's
but partially
appropriated.
because I'm a musician and I'm legitimate in the field and I understand who these people are. However, even if I don't like them, I'm just as shocked and baffled by the name of Ghost as any of you are.
Okay, I have to be honest. I actually mentioned Ghost, and she was like, "Oh, this band Ghost won it," and I was like, "Oh, over Slipknot, August Burns Red, Lamb of God, etc., etc." But I have to be. I'm going to be 100% honest. I am so shocked. Because you introduced me to Ghost, and I remember we did this whole Papa Emeritus thing and the gimmick metal thing, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds."
They've pretended to change singers
my,
twice.
My
It's the
whole
same
thing.
dude.
My whole thing was,
And he's not a very good singer.
That
They
sounds
should change singers for real.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like probably his band.
My whole thing was, that sounds incredibly humorous. And I'm so glad that you have blessed my life with telling me about something that is so stupid.
And now they famous. And they won a Grammy.
But
They rockin'
that's
it.
the point. Like, I didn't. When you told me about it, it was a fucking. It wasn't even a B list. It was a fucking F list joke
Right.
in my mind, because I watched the videos and I was like, "Oh, they're terrible. They're not even musically apt. They're just a bunch of bollocks covered in a Mr.
It's-
Whippy Poo."
It's not.
And it was just terrible.
Okay, so that's actually really important. The fact that it's non-threatening.
Yes.
That's actually a really important part of getting an award.
It simulates edginess by being like, I'm an evil pope, but I'm a Papa Emeritus.
I was gonna say.
I'm an old guy, now I'm a young guy, because
No.
I didn't want to wear as much makeup
no, this
as
is-
before.
this
but
is
I'm
a-
gonna wear a little bit of makeup, and then these other guys, they don't got a name.
It's a stupid hat.
Nameless
This is-
ghouls,
this
they don't
is
got
exactly
names,
what
but,
it is.
I'm the pope, but I'm the evil pope.
I'm ashamed I can't remember who it was, but someone, one of my friends coined the term conventionally edgy. And that's what it takes
Yes.
to win an
Wank.
award.
Yes. Because, like I said, like they're, and the funny thing is, like, if they sounded like what their image makes me think of, I would be into it. I would be like, that's cool,
But
But it
nobody else
doesn't-
would.
probably.
Well,
but
nobody else.
I don't
Nobody
know.
mainstream would. Not to make.
I don't know. It depends. It depends what I'm
I
thinking.
think I
But, like,
inadvertently insulted Matt there. with
Yeah,
that
maybe,
comment.
but my point was more that like
Fire James.
like
I'll show myself out.
if you're gonna make music that's like faux evil, like we were just listening to Dream Evil.
Of
earlier.
course, yeah.
Perfect example, right?
which I had no idea about, because all I wanted to hear was Ailstorm.
but you
Jamie is
like,
behind the times.
yes, but you get the deal. Like
I
it's
am.
they're intentionally cheesy and like metal about metal, the Book of Heavy Metal, like, but it's the same. It's like, but it's faux evil that like literally one of the albums is called Evilized. So like it's clearly like they get the joke, but Ghost is like, no, we're gonna sell this shit.
We're for real.
I'm the evil pope.
The videos though, they're so.
I gotta admit, I haven't watched the
You
videos yet.
you gave me the time. I was pumped
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that. You looked at me.
I was like, go for
They're
it.
the most like demonic thing that like would even dwarf Black Sabbath in the day, where it was viewed as, oh wow, you've got long hair, you're satanic, and
That's the thing. They're chiming back to Sabbath
The
and Blue Oyster
60s.
Cult, and like proto metal,
I
right? That's what it
know.
really is. It's like heavy rock.
Is that really the
pre-metal.
subgenre name for it? Because I really don't like it.
Well,
It
that's
still
what
makes me laugh
that's
that
what
Blue Oyster Cult was considered proto metal.
Right.
Are
That's
you
what I would
kidding me?
call-
Really, it was.
Kinda. It's
Oh,
not.
It absolutely was.
No.
It
Like,
absolutely
more so-
was.
Oh, man.
But more so Black Sabbath, right? More so Black Sabbath. Early Black Sabbath is the earliest like official metal, but really in terms of what metal is now, it was proto metal. So that's what you call it when somebody is like the founder of a genre, but they don't actually fit the modern definition of the genre. Like it's proto metal.
Well, they created a genre for them.
Right. And then the funny thing is, like, Sabbath actually evolved with the genre. Like 80s Sabbath is way more like seriously metal than like late 60s, early 70s Sabbath.
Is that what War Pigs was?
War Pigs is proto metal. Like the earliest Sabbath is like the pre-metal earliest heavy rock that
stopped
eventually
listening
became metal.
to Sabbath after I heard Iron Man.
You didn't listen to
and
like
War
Heaven and
Pigs.
Hell, like Dio Sabbath?
No, I don't
Dio
care.
Sabbath.
No, I
is
love
the
I love
shit.
Dio, but and I love I know
Heaven
I
and
know I know
Hell.
about the Dio Sabbath era, but I just don't
Neon
I don't
Nights,
care.
Well, I was gonna
Die
say,
Young. It's so
We're talking
good.
about Dream Evil. Dio was right there. Like that's what Dream Evil is named after.
Right after the Dio album Dream Evil, which is oh man, I love Dio.
Dio was one of the prototypes of metal.
James and
I
Matt
love
have now
Dio.
touched each other. Are now going.
But right, a Dream
lower
Evil. I was
and
saying after
lower
Dream
down.
Evil, which is an album I didn't get into as early because it was like the first one with a different guitar player. When he went from Vinny
the name
Appice-
escapes me. Yeah.
Vinny Appice was the first three or two. No, the first three. I know way too much about Dio. So Holy Diver, Last in Line, and Sacred Heart. And then Craig Goldie came in and took over for Dream Evil, and it's not as good as the early ones, but it's still some really good tracks.
Matt,
And
stop
then after
touching
that,
yourself.
it's all downhill, and it's pretty bad for a while.
Stop it, Matt.
But then Craig Goldie came back when Dio kind of did a like return to form.
That's right. Yeah.
On Magica. It was a weird fucking album, but it's still pretty good.
So actually, what do you think about all this?
I mean, I'm just trying to find, now I'm going through the nominees and I remember there were other nominees too that were
For metal?
surprising.
I mean,
Not
you
necessarily
started
for
the
metal.
You started the
Well,
whole.
yeah, the-
Not
the-
Ghost
necessarily for
shit.
metal, but there were other ones too. Like for instance, Earned It, 50 Shades of Grey by The Weeknd was the best R&B performance. The Weeknd.
But it's not even one of his like hit singles. It's a song from a soundtrack that I have never heard.
That is correct.
And yet I've heard his other songs like 50 times each.
Listen, I read the books. I mean, they were sexy,
books,
but they
50
weren't
Shades of
really
Grey?
that sexy.
You read the books?
I read the books. I read all the books, actually.
Jamie's very surprised
I'm
by this.
sure
You
that-
know who gave me my
And-
book?
I
My
didn't-
mother gave me the books after she was done reading them. Okay, this is how gross it is, guys.
I
sure
didn't know that
But-
there was a follow-up book until I saw it on a chair
But
in New York.
More importantly, I'm sure The Weeknd put a lot of work and research into his soundtrack song.
For sure.
Matt's like, please
50
bring this
Shades of
back to
Grey.
music. Please bring
Matt
this
is
back to
100%
music.
behind this
okay,
statement.
okay, so one thing
The Weeknd.
One
I
thing-
have a few things to say about
I'm
The
going
Weeknd.
I'm going to agree with that that one and definitely should have won. I don't know. I haven't listened to the whole album, but album of the year was Uptown Funk.
Yes.
And I do know the song Uptown Funk.
That was a self-titled album.
It was, I don't know if it was a
It's okay.
I think it
self-titled
was-
album.
I think it was Record of the Year, which literally means like song.
But I'm so glad.
Yeah, Record of
Yeah.
the Year is like a
God.
song.
Yeah.
I'm so
It's
glad.
the recording of the year. It was
Records nowadays
recorded
are singles.
so well
That-
Yeah.
that we give it the best award.
I'm so glad that funk is up in the mainstream again. In terms of, we've been going through this sort of 90s, 2000s pop that's sort of, it's great and everything. And I'm not trying to diss on Taylor Swift, but I'm glad that some of
this on Taylor Swift. This isn't the place to do
I'm,
Go
it.
I'm
ahead,
trying
honey.
to.
This is exactly the
appropriate
venue for that.
No, I
Because
like
Taylor
her.
Swift.
You know what? In a lot of ways, I like her. But
What are the not lot of ways that you don't like her?
she knows how to. Either she or her people know how to write a hook.
Max
man.
Martin. Max Martin knows how to.
You are singing her
Make
songs
beats.
from day
See,
until night.
It
is stuck in your head.
Max Martin wrote all of
Max
it.
Martin.
But the thing about Uptown Funk that I love is that people have sort of reiterated this funk vibe and have taken it and put these old movies to this tape, and being able to take dance and song and movies and theater out of context and put it into this context is interesting to me as an artist. My background is in theater. I don't think I talked about that before necessarily when I introduced myself, but
No, actually, you didn't.
at this point I will say that's a big piece of where my background comes from. And so to see it,
Hi, Ashley.
You could say that
Hi.
in general about American music, though.
you could, but it's interesting because you take someone like Taylor Swift or Kanye or some of the new.
Oh, that name.
I would hesitate to call Kanye even a pop artist.
And we're going to get to that.
We're
but-
about to.
We are about to get to
exactly.
that.
We're about to.
But
Get to
he's
that,
not. I really hesitate. I mean,
I want to hurt him.
he thinks he's the greatest rock star of all time.
he thinks he's the greatest
I'm
musician
going.
Not.
of
I'm going
all
to stop
time.
you right there. And I know that that's a Kanye phrase, but I'm going to stop you right there, and I'm not going to let you finish. Continue with what you were saying.
I'm not gonna let you finish, but
But
But there's
she absolutely deserves to finish.
what.
Oh no!
But-
Finish what you're saying. Just don't
What
finish the
makes-
rock star.
What
point.
makes Pharrell so interesting, and he is a person who I actually respect too, because he's done a lot of producing on a lot of different albums, and he's actually both an accomplished musician as well as producer.
Dad asked
And is one of those few
Jamie's
people
catchphrase.
who can do both jobs and do it well. So I have a great respect for him
both jobs. What jobs?
as a producer and as an artist.
Ah,
Are they
I
mutually
was-
exclusive?
I was
No.
on board with Pharrell until recently. Recently, I feel like he really started like happy. I feel like he started to really phone it in.
I like that song. I like it.
Thank you, Jamie.
That song.
I mean, I don't want to hear it right now. Please don't play it. Does that help?
That does help because that tells me that you realize the problem with that song and its ubiquity, and it's like
Backpedaling.
Again, it's
not even the song.
it's non-threatening.
Thanks, James. No,
It's
no,
extremely
You're welcome.
non-threatening.
It's not
It's like
threatening.
clap
So
along
what-
if you feel that happiness is the truth.
I clap
Is that
for
your
shit.
Pharrell impression? Because it was a
That's
bit
one of the
lackluster.
lines from the song.
Yes, I know, and it was a bit lackluster. You could be a wee bit more energetic with that.
Clap along if you.
Dare.
All right, Christopher
I used to
Walken.
have a
Jesus
bunch-
If
Christ.
you know that
I used-
happiness isn't you.
I'm sorry.
I used to have a bunch of material about this song,
all
but
I
it was
hear,
like
all
a
I
year
hear
ago
right
that it was
now,
popular.
all I hear right now is clap along if you
you feel
feel
happiness is the truth.
Is the truth. You're going too fast for Christopher Walken.
It's
Clap along
Whoa.
if you fail. Happiness is the truth.
All right, Christopher
truth.
Walken apparently shit himself at the end
my
of that.
point was,
There will be some editing.
you haven't watched
No, there
enough cute
won't.
dog videos, Matt.
Freeform.
That's what it comes
my
down
point
to.
was that none of the words in that song mean anything, and it's just saying, "Hey,
Oh, come on, Prague.
this
Do
song
they have
sounds
to?
No, no,
happy.
no, no. You know what?
This
I'll-
song sounds
I'll get-
happy. I'm gonna call it happy, and I'm gonna make it about
Sure,
being happy."
sure. But
Right, but it's left up to interpretation. I mean, are we really shitting on the song Happy now?
Okay,
Oh, I will
but-
shit
But
all
I
over
will.
that song.
No.
All day, every
will-
day.
I agree with Matt.
James.
Left up to interpretation is the biggest cop out in
Oh,
history.
certainly.
And-
But I am the walrus. Is that I lived
Oh,
in
yeah.
I lived in Liverpool
I was,
for
I was the walrus. I just said Paul was the walrus to be nice. I was really the walrus.
Look, I lived in Liverpool for many years before I came to America, and everybody's got bloody beetle fever, and
Not me, man.
There you go. And me neither.
Rolling Stones.
No, they're all right too.
That's an argument for another time.
No, everybody's like Beatles or Rolling Stones. I'm like, I don't know. I take a shit every day, so I don't really care. Anyhow, what
I
were you gonna
concede.
say?
Oh, you know what?
Oh.
No, I did have a point to this, and that was that, you can say that, and
Say
I can't go minute for minute as long as Happy is or as long as anything is. But one thing that I would argue is that a lot of the old mainstream jazz songs, a lot of the old mainstream blues songs, it's mostly chorus, and they're only about 2 minutes long.
Dave Grohl said, "Don't bore us. Get to the chorus."
Smile though
point.
your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there's clouds in the sky, you'll get by. And that song is literally only
Sing
about
it to
2
me.
minutes, maybe.
Sing
Well,
it to
part
me.
of my thing with Pharrell is that I liked him.
Is his name not Farrell?
It's Pharrell.
For real.
I just wanted somebody
Yeah,
to correct me there.
Pharrell.
Don't be so white.
And what I like about
What do you mean, don't be so
Scottish
bloody white?
heathen. Scottish heathen
I
over
just
here.
wanted to
Yeah,
say it.
no.
No. It was
Yeah,
more.
this is-
You know what?
this is what I like
that
about
was more of
Pharrell.
a hipster reference. It wasn't about don't be so white. I just said it because I wanted somebody to be like, actually, it's Pharrell. I'm
It's
like, all right, well, I'm sorry. Where I
Pharrell.
come from, it's still Pharrell.
Okay, so no, I thought he was all right, like in college. But the thing is, lately there was a really good thing on YouTube I saw breaking down how like the intro to every song he produces is the same now. Like he has really distinct formulas he follows, and that was my thing with the song "Happy" was such a formula, and it was instantly everywhere. It was like he made a song to be licensed for anything, and that was my thing with it. It was just like the thing he's always done, but less interesting, boiled down into a song. And it was just like, this song should just be called "Happy." It'll just be about being happy, and then everybody will like it because we happy.
See,
Is that referring?
I'm sorry, but Happy and Shake It Off, man.
Shake It
Those
Off is
songs
written-
have hooks.
Shake It Off is
Right,
yeah,
right.
because it's
but
by Max Martin.
What you were saying
great
was that referring to? Was that referring to?
They might not be good songs, but they're stuck into your head all damn day.
I love
Why
both
is
the
that?
songs, but I'm starting to
Well, and
resent Taylor
that's
Swift.
the material difference, right? At what point does a hook become a proxy for a good song?
Right. So what you were talking about before, I mean, as a whole,
Huh? What is a whole?
Yes.
as a whole. Stop
Yes.
looking at me, Niels.
Yes.
As a whole. So James is asking as a hook, as a whole, like so we're talking about things like Happy, and we're talking about Shake It Off, and we're talking about those have such a great hook that they're stuck in your head all day, and we're asking as a whole, how does that make that a good song?
Here's the thing. So catchy, that's my thing. Catchy is not necessarily good.
Right.
Exactly.
But
Something that gets stuck in your brain.
What was the last
is-
thing that you were talking about?
So here's the last thing I was talking about. Oh, I don't know what you mean by that. But
Come on, man.
let me give you an example. I'll give you another example. All right. I'm not a big fan of Missy Elliott, and I don't remember what the song is called, but the one that goes doo 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 doo, like over and over.
Oh Christ! I know
Until
exactly
I
the
can't
song that you're talking about. I
stand
know
it.
exactly the song that you're
Right.
talking about.
And that
And the doctor says
Right.
this is not something I prescribe.
right. The doctor says I should let it go, but
Let me poop, let me poop.
the point is, that is very catchy, and it got stuck in everybody's head. But guess who didn't ever want it in their head? Is me.
Everybody.
Matt,
Well, a lot of people. Right.
I think about you all the time I hear a catchy song.
The point is, right, catchy does not necessarily make it good. And one of the metrics is what has been done before and whether or not it is catchy and original, or whether it's just playing off of every catchy thing ever and just clap along if you feel like happiness is better than shit. Clap along if you feel like you don't want to feel like it.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, at the risk of being vilified, that I like happiness better than shit.
I also like happiness better than shit, but I don't feel like that song does not help me get closer to happiness. If it helps you get closer to happiness, then good for you.
You don't know me.
Right. Look, if Pharrell has helped you be happy through telling you to be happy through a song called Happy, then good for you. And I hope you are happy.
Oh no, that's not even vilification. That's just shitting on someone right now. Like, how intelligent is it that you're now feeling happy because of a song called
that
Happy?
crawls to a different Grammys where, you know what, Nicki Minaj was up for best, I believe, new single, if I'm not mistaken, and she was up for her.
That's an entirely separate issue.
Matt's responsive.
And I feel as though, I'm sorry, but I just like big butts, and I cannot lie.
I also enjoyed
You know?
that song in the 90s when it came out.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager.
Was a song. When it was a song.
Right.
It's
Well,
no
because
longer
that's another
a song.
thing about like
And didn't know any better.
So again, we were talking about this with Kanye because that was what this episode was supposed to be about. But it's I guess it's good the Grammy episode now.
I
too.
promise we're getting there.
That's cool. No, the Grammys is also important. In how unimportant it is. Nicki Minaj. So that Anaconda song we talked about this.
Yeah, we
for
did.
like the third time because like there was the
I guess
aborted
we'll talk about
podcast
it
and
again.
the video. We talked about it because I was like, "Hey guys, remember that song and video?" And everyone's like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Said aborted podcast.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Is that legal?
I'm editing
In
all
New
this
York?
out.
No, you shouldn't.
We'll see.
Is abortion legal? for
Matt's basically
podcasts?
editing out everything that Jamie says.
Anyway,
Why does everyone say that?
the point is
My
that's a
Anaconda
similar example.
don't want none.
Right, Anaconda was not so much a sample as it was a cover.
Interesting.
And
I agree with that. No, it was a fucking cover.
And the problem is, this is like, to me, this is the line: is if you're sampling something, because this is the thing. Whenever I try to like be like, yeah, well, this sample, blah 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 blah, culture, unoriginal. People come back with like, you know what it is though? Like good producers, they take a sample, they make it their own, and you can't even tell where the sample came from. It's unrecognizable, and they make it something totally new. And that has happened. But I would argue that it has happened less with Kanye, because from what I have heard, like, and there was a YouTube video specifically breaking down like the samples from his latest album, and when they compare the actual track, and then they play you the original track that it was sampled from, and you're like, the most important thing in both of these tracks is the same part. Therefore, your song is just a remix of an old song.
Which absolutely brings into question, to tie it into Kanye, is when did we reach the point where resampling something became original material?
yeah.
And I would say it was P. Diddy, and when nobody told him that everything he did was bullshit. Because he just sampled shit and was like, he was the first one who literally was like, I'm not going to sample this. I'm going to have somebody re-sing it with different words.
I feel like I have to cover my own ass here because I'm not saying that there is no merit to resampling. I've heard plenty of songs where I enjoy the resampling or a remix.
Yes, I
Big
agree.
problem becomes when
Remix or remix?
Right. It's
beg your pardon, remix.
Fucking Americans.
Beg your pardon again. But the point being, at some point, resampling something to do something new with it or mixing it with another song, I can totally get behind that. But when you use that as the foundation for something that you say is a new song that you've done yourself and you just dub over it, I just don't understand where the merit is behind that.
So to tie that into Kanye, so everybody, well, whether it's true or not, it's like, when something is said in such a blasé manner on the news, I generally just like to get my news for, okay, the train blew up, or, somebody took a shit and it blew up the train, or et cetera, et cetera. But you know what?
I've heard that happens frequently.
Quite frequently. And so when it comes to Kanye, and bringing this back to Kanye, glorious motherfucker as he is, he had said that he had found David Bowie to be his hero. after he had died.
Dude, don't
And he
even get me
said,
started
Oh no,
on that.
we're starting there.
Don't
we're starting
even-
there. And he said he was going to do a tribute album. But the thing is, we're talking about Anaconda. So let's preface this with she took a song that already existed. It wasn't a sample. It was a song. And then she rapped over it. So what everybody has been saying about that David Bowie tribute, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is not out yet. And I pray that it never fucking comes out.
I think that Matt and I came across something
Yeah.
that it was a internet phenomenon.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
hope
they're-
so. I hope so because David Bowie doesn't deserve that. I
Thank
mean,
you, God.
it was
Thank you,
enough that he tried.
But if the wanker
to
was
cover Freddie Mercury,
right,
Honestly-
in
but
Glastonbury.
if the
Yeah,
wanker was going to
honestly-
bloody do
Failed.
it, if he was going to do it, he would
Well,
have done it that
that-
way. He would have taken the song and he would have rapped over it, and then I would have shat blood. I mean,
Well, the
no.
Glastonbury performance was what really sparked the first episode
It was
of the podcast.
it was really
so I gotta
Glastonbury,
say,
wasn't it?
it was very important
Oh, it was Glastonbury
because
oh,
he
God.
sang Bohemian Rhapsody live, and it was, and that was what began my hypothesis, which I now believe I have almost enough
I
data to
So
prove,
remember
I
that.
spoke-
which
Yeah.
is that Kanye West is tone deaf.
I spent enough time in a place growing up
Oh.
called Glastonbury, Connecticut, and so Glastonbury, England is actually like I've always been curious about it. I've never been there, but I've done enough research on it to know that it is arguably one of the largest concert venues in the world.
No, it is. So a lot of the things that happen to Europe and Britain is that there are like, if you make it in America, that's great. If you don't, you can make it somewhere else.
You're a liar.
And that, yes, I am. But you can make it somewhere else. Like, I won't go far back into this now, but I'll go into it in another podcast or something about bands that I know that have made it big in Britain before they've made it over there from my personal experience, being born there and living there. Now, when it comes to, whoa, what are we talking about?
Concert venues.
Thank you.
Stay focused, Jamie.
Don't edit that out.
Focus.
But don't edit that out. Keep that in. Everyone knows we're having fun. But so like one of the things that like I'll quote a band for example, Flogging Molly. Now they are widely.
You're going to lead with Flogging Molly?
Of course, yeah. They're widely loved in America. They're phenomenal. They've gone over so many different mediums, like video games and skater games, Tony Hawk's games. Through all of them, they've been phenomenal there, and they're good for Boston. When the Dropkick Murphys, when people realise that they're just bastardized slums and slum versions of Flogging Molly. More sophisticated. Yeah, I'll take that to the grave. But they're phenomenal. And Dave, what's his name? The lead singer he'd mentioned. He said, by the way, Matt, he was a hair metal 80s singer.
Oh,
You got to look that up.
oh,
He had that hair and the voice. But
like
Europe.
Sorry, I was gonna say like Cowboys in Hell, my Pantera tribute band that
No,
only plays pre-Cowboys from
like
Hell
like good,
Pantera.
like good 80s,
Like-
good 80s.
Was his hair feathered?
No, it was just curly because he's a big Irish bugger. But anyhow, he says it in the way that we all understand. Like, most metal bands that come through gimmicks or prog or power metal, they all do well in Europe. And it's the same thing with like Flogging Molly. He was like, yeah, nobody bloody does it like Europe. Nobody does a festival like Europe. So for Kanye West to do Glastonbury for me, where you have like Muse, like really big British bands, Biffy Clyro. If you don't know Biffy Clyro, look him up. Great Scottish band. For him to shit on that from that video that I fucking saw is just unbelievable.
And Muse and Adele, I think, took home American Grammy Awards.
Of course they bloody did, because
Muse
they
for
are
certain
musicians.
did. I remember that. Yeah.
For for being
Sorry
as
to be
they
angry
are.
there.
No, it's okay. it just it's one of those things that, as someone who is from the sister city that he was doing this in, and on top of that, as someone, again, I'm in the theater arts, and Freddie Mercury is an icon, and he stands up for not only gay rights but also those living with HIV and AIDS.
He lies down for those rights.
And he lies down for those rights, and he's stood up for those in so many ways, and that Kanye would stand up there and profess to be better than him is crude. It's really
his
just
successor,
crude.
I think he actually said.
Or his successor. Yeah.
Just like David
his
Bowie is his
inheritance.
hero, and you
It's
know
just
what I
not.
loved, and Matt,
It's not right.
so Matt, to bring this back, what since the first episode that we did of Kanye's bollocks, we should just call it Kanye's bollocks. So this is the Wrath of Kanye.
And it can be an annual thing.
Kanye-
Just like Star Trek.
Kanye's
Annual?
tiny bollocks. Kanye's tiny bollocks.
But Kanye's
I think
Tiny
The
Bollocks
Wrath
was
of
the first
Kanye.
episode. Now, he's an idiot.
So is this the next topic? Should we talk about whether he's Nick? So here's my thing, because I don't want to just be like Kanye's an idiot and then
He is a
and
fucking
then
idiot.
have it turn out
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
true.
okay. No,
so
no,
here's the
it's-
thing. Here's the thing. So I want to be clear that my recent research has led me to believe that while I don't think he's as smart as people give him credit for, and I still think that the term idiot savant applies,
No,
I feel
don't.
like it's more that he's of average intelligence but with like severe emotional issues.
But that's what
and
he is.
And not multiple personality disorder, but multiple personality disorders, like both narcissistic and histrionic.
So there's no
personality
doubt.
disorders.
So I agree with you. There's absolutely some personality disorders with him, but you
James,
can't.
you're a doctor.
I am a doctor
The doctor is in.
of sorts. I think it's before we begin talking about Kanye himself, we have to separate him, like Kanye, versus his publicity team. Because I think this is really important. No matter what he does for himself, he's got a publicity team that we have to acknowledge who can capitalize on it
Totally agree
for his
on
own
that.
publicity.
Yeah, very much so.
Right, but it comes back to all the publicity comes from stuff he does, right? Or says, or like his just Twitter, like
No,
the
not
thing-
all.
Here-
Not
okay,
all.
here's the
I'll,
thing.
I'll agree
Okay.
on that point.
I was
Not
gonna say,
all.
If
I
you
think,
don't-
I think
Not
Jamie
all.
has me on this
Not
point.
all.
Here's an
Not
important
all.
point. If you don't follow Kanye West on Twitter,
No.
Kanye West follows one. This is important. He has.
Oh no.
that was
he has-
harmonized laughing, people.
Hey guys, everyone,
It's
follow
real.
Kanye West.
don't
Kanye.
follow
Kanye.
Kanye West.
Straight
Kanye.
from Matt's Twitter.
No, here from my Oh, I got a like. That's nice. Nobody follows me
It
on
was
Twitter.
me. I like it.
Anyway, so
was me.
Kanye West. Okay, we're gonna now. I want to know. Kanye has. This is important. He has 19.4 million followers, and he follows one person, which is Kim Kardashian.
Does he really?
Here's what I
You
found
have
out.
to be
Okay,
kidding
this
me.
is an important.
No, is that real?
Yes, that is
Oh.
absolutely real.
He was just looking at his
My
phone. It
Here's
had,
an important thing I realized about Twitter.
Oh, that's so funny.
At the extreme ends of Twitter, at the low end and the high end, Twitter, although I guess there's some preference involved, Twitter is one way. When nobody follows you, Twitter is one way. I am screaming into the void. But on the opposite end, Kanye doesn't listen to anybody.
Oh.
He yells back at 19 million people who all respond to him.
Are we not talking about Donald Trump right now? Because honestly, I think they're the same person.
It's the same thing.
You know what?
but-
I think it's
I-
two
except-
sides
no, no,
of one
I-
Oreo. You know
they
what I
have
mean?
different, very
Guys,
different
guys,
implementations of
you know-
narcissistic personality disorder.
Does
True,
everybody?
that's true.
Because Kanye, no, this is important.
So-
Kanye
sorry.
just tunes everyone out. Donald Trump obsessively responds to everyone who criticizes
That's
him.
a good point.
Like, he will respond to people on Twitter and be like, actually, you're wrong. I'm doing terrific.
Because
You're
this.
a loser. I'm winning.
I'm
It's
firing
great."
you right now.
Exactly.
And I will win forever.
Guys, this is huge. This is huge.
This is huge.
This is huge.
It's really important that you know.
I'm a real New Yorker.
I'm really yoga.
I'm a real New Yorker.
Um,
I own half of
but
it.
no, all that hubbub with Kanye like started suspiciously. Well, first he just started posting the track listings of his album and like changing the title several times a day, and then leading up to the Grammys, I was distracted by the bachata, like,
It's really distracting.
so,
And then
like, damn it! Somebody turn off that music. Oh wait, it's in the headphones.
Welcome to the Washington Heights session of,
Welcome to Washington Heights.
of this podcast.
Anyway,
You can't get away from it.
So one thing,
Big
since
day.
since we're talking about Kanye, what I would like to say,
oh Kanye.
Kanye, since we're on that topic now, is I would like to discuss his post Grammys SNL performances.
Oh God.
That's
I
an
think it was
entire thing in
pre-Grammy,
and of
though.
itself.
Was it?
Yeah,
pre-Grammy?
It was
Before.
pre-Grammy. Yeah.
Because here's the thing about the Grammys. He had nothing to do with the Grammys. He wasn't on the Grammys. He was not nominated for any Grammys.
Somebody said
And
that
he was
said
mad
something.
about that. No,
No.
He wanted, even though he like did not put out an album in the appropriate period of time, he wanted to like be given a Grammy.
Well, and
he
so
was
this
mad?
might be something that we have to talk about, is despite the fact that he wasn't actually eligible for a Grammy, his own theatrics kind of created the perception in the public that he was part of it.
Yeah.
No,
basically, people were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, he was basically like, yeah, they should have given me a
So,
Grammy."
I would say that because now I've just posed the question to you guys. Like, I apparently heard something. I don't know where I heard it from because I don't go on that bollocks. But like, even through the small amount of the grapevine that I hear through the social media and such, I just posed the question to you guys. Like, you know, oh, didn't Kanye do some bollocks? Didn't he do some stupid shite where he was just saying a bunch of wanky shit?
How does
And you're all looking at me going, right,
how does Meghan
exactly.
Trainor put
It's
out?
perpetrated by that.
How does Meghan Trainor put out a song
2
a
years
year and a half ago on June 30th, 2014, and Kanye West isn't even a nominee?
Well, he hasn't
In
put
the
out
Grammy
an
circuit.
album since Yeezy, which I
He's
assume
been
was
focusing on his fashion line.
out of
I
the.
want to.
He just
I want
put out,
to
no,
burn
he put
that
out an album
bloody
like
name.
he put out his new album like a week before the Grammys,
Okay.
but then he
Fucking
only
hate
released
that
it on
name.
Tidal to try to get people to sign up for Tidal.
Hello, my
which
name is
stupid
Yeezy.
because any restriction to actually hearing your music. Well, actually,
I put a Y
when
in
you're-
front of Easy.
when you're
Do
that
you like
famous,
my name?
you can kind of restrict if you have a deal with some horrible corporation
Kanye, you're a
like
stupid
Jay-Z
cunt.
and you want to only have your album. That was the thing. It's only available on Tidal for like a week or two, and then you'll be able to like buy it other places. But just like Taylor Swift pulling her stuff off Spotify, it's like, okay, so
So what happened with that
now,
shit?
what happened-
happened with that shit?
I assume either they gave her more money and she put it back, or it's just not on Spotify.
I don't think it is on Spotify.
I don't know. We only listened to the Ryan. I only listened to the Ryan Adams
as a-
version of
as
it,
a-
which is on Spotify.
all right, as
Well,
a,
we
as
listened to
a
the
But
whole
I know
thing.
I know with Apple Music, they did whatever she wanted, and she's back on Apple Music. It didn't change anything for independent artists. She claimed it was all about
as
Taylor-
a
Taylor
self-admitted
Swift.
fan of Taylor Swift, because I do like her music and I do listen to her music.
That's
I've
not
never
bad.
heard her
It's
on
all by
Spotify,
Max Martin now.
and
Right.
that's great for Max Martin,
Why did Taylor Swift come up?
because we were
She's
talking
Taylor
about
Swift.
no, we were talking about different people's albums and songs and how it follows this timeline and
Oh,
how
well,
one
didn't
person.
she? Well, she won something. She won best. She
won
beat Kendrick Lamar for something, which is wrong.
for
Right.
1989.
Everything.
Okay.
Best pop album or
Guys,
something like
I
that.
have to ask, okay?
Yes.
Because again, not watching the Grammys, not keeping up on it. So every musician that is my colleague that I play with, Nick, for example, my drummer, Spencer Corona, and a bunch of other people that I know, like a bunch of great music colleagues, and then just people I know that just love music, have all said, he is amazing,
Yes.
right? So I want to ask two questions with no digression, just to follow up with the second. So he's a great rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all
Yes.
love him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift beat him in that category? Is
Yeah,
my question,
well-
because I don't
pop,
know.
In pop music, I think
Right. It was
she
like
did.
Right.
record of the year or
Right.
whatever. It was the top thingy, and then she used it to like tell Kanye to fuck off or whatever. But
I heard something about that, so I want to follow up on that
okay,
too.
so here's the thing. So it's white man weighing in on rap time. So first of all,
I'm here for
Kendrick Lamar,
We're in trouble.
he's really good at the raps. He raps really good when
Raps
it's time to
plural.
rap. What is rapping time? But on top of that, his newest album, with even though I did a whole thing in an episode. I met this dude. It was multiple dudes, but one of the dudes is Terrence Martin, and I met him, and I was all like, "Who the fuck is this dude, and why am I supposed to give a fucking shit?" But it turns out at the time he was working on Kendrick Lamar's album, and there's all this like jazz stuff on there. Like the album is a mixture. It's a proper hybrid. There's rap, hip hop, it's jazz, soul, funk. It's all kinds of different stuff, and that's why it's really, really good. And he is also particularly great at rapping, if that was also part of the question.
hella white, yeah,
So
but
he is,
true, but
when
true.
it comes to the rapping, he is very good.
The rappings.
And the thing is, like, for a while, I was like, okay.
He's so good at the rappings.
No, for a while, I was like, I got to check this out because everyone's saying how good he is, and I want to know for myself. I want to know.
Were you satisfied? Because I need to check that.
Here's the
out.
thing. I was. He is really fucking good.
I need to check
it is
this
no
out.
bullshit. And you should watch his Grammy performance if you haven't seen it, because that was part of the thing. It was not only
I think I'm going
great
to.
performance, but it was, there's a lot of blatant symbolism about racial issues and stuff. And it
So
was
you
on
were
point.
you were saying as a follow up to this, to bring it back to Kanye, to wrap it up, because it's not like we're just shitting on Kanye this whole episode or something like that.
That's what we were supposed to do,
But,
but I think we got distracted by some other
so
issues.
so you said Taylor Swift said something that led to Kanye, because I have to say this, nerd to nerd, I'm pretty sure James and I were playing Monster Hunter 4, and we talked about this part.
We were while the Grammys were happening.
Am I correct?
Yes.
The Grammys were on, and we mentioned something about it where Taylor Swift shat on Kanye West, and you were like, "Oh yeah, that happened." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we need to take rations before we kill this monster." But really, she said something like that. Matt's like, "Oh, nerds."
Yeah. Well, okay. So what happened was Kanye, in the album he released like the week before the Grammys, one of the tracks, I haven't heard it. It's called Because It's Only on Tidal. Like,
Is this the fucking Taylor Swift one?
yeah,
'cause he said he
mentions-
made her?
Yeah. Yeah, he
Oh.
says he made her famous.
And then he said
thinks-
that she was okay
he
with
says,
it.
Like, he says he thinks they might still have sex, even though, he's married
And
now.
apparently Kim Kardashian was
Uh,
like, "Oh no, that lyric's funny," and she thinks it's funny. It's no worries.
Right, he said that like she approved it, and she completely denied approving it, and that all they did was they asked her for clearance for something like or there was something that like she heard it. I don't know. There was something, but she didn't literally say like, "Oh yeah, that's fine." Like no, that was all. And then Kanye was mad because that thing that he made up wasn't true. Like this is the thing. He was all like, "Oh yeah, she said it's fine," and then she said it
Taylor
wasn't.
or Kim?
No, Taylor. He said that Taylor said it was fine.
Right.
And then she was like, "No, they never cleared it with us." And then he was like mad that they said that the thing he
Released
said
that?
was made up because he made it up.
Well,
It was
he's famous. Really, he doesn't expect that that's not going to be the case.
I don't know. But the point is,
It was album of the year.
she won record of the year or album of the year, whatever, and she said that she said, you know, some people will try to take away from your success and they will try to claim that they are responsible, blah, 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 but don't let them because you're responsible and not Max Martin. But really, it's Max Martin because
But
he wrote all
really,
the
she should
songs.
have just gotten up
you know
on
what?
stage and been like, "Beyonce, I love you. Fuck you, Kanye."
Yeah, right.
Kanye, like, that's
actually
really
a good
what
point.
she
That's
should
a
have
real,
said.
that's a really good point.
Was
Acknowledge
just,
it.
Just
think
be like,
the whole-
Beyonce, you're awesome. Back, you're so cool. I'm so happy to be counted amongst you. Fuck you, Kanye.
Right. The whole idea is
fuck you.
absurd
I
because
think that should
Kanye
be.
is claiming he made her famous, but what he is claiming made her famous was him interrupting a speech from her winning an award.
she
for
had
Best New
already
Artist.
won
She
the
was
award.
already clearly famous because she was winning that award. And you interrupted. Like
I'm gonna
she
let
was
you
clearly
finish.
famous. But Kanye lives in Kanye world. He doesn't live in the same world as the rest of us. He doesn't participate in consensus reality.
Here's a closing thing. You know what I think the next podcast should be? What you were referring to about who writes Taylor Swift's songs.
Max Martin.
I think it would be a really good thing to go over how
Max
people
Martin, the great Satan.
how people write people's songs. Like, so for example, Sia wrote like Diamond.
Yeah.
Or Shine Bright Like a Diamond for Rihanna. Shine bright like a diamond. And
Yeah.
you know,
I saw some special with her the other day with an interview. Well, it came up on YouTube because like YouTube suggests stuff you should watch.
I think that's where I saw
And
it.
since I watch like weird pop stuff, it's like, hey, watch more weird pop stuff. And I'm like, fine,
yeah.
I will, because of my morbid curiosity.
Is that the one where she mentioned that like she'd sold those songs to people with her
Yeah.
piano player?
Yes, and
that's
she's
where I
like,
saw it.
Yeah,
and she's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's so funny because it takes us like 2 minutes to come up with these songs, and we just send them to somebody,
Which is
and
why-
we never
which is
think
why-
about it again.
Why I
And then huge
commend
checks show
Sia.
up.
I commend Sia
Right,
so
well-
much because now that she's doing her stuff, I mean, we don't have to get into it, but she's so awesome because she realizes and embraces that.
Well, yeah, I prefer her doing her stuff to
Ditto.
other people
Ditto.
doing her
Oh,
stuff.
definitely ditto.
But like at the same time, I kind of want to be like, well, so you have the power to change the narrative, and you're not. You're just like, cool. Here's pop song.
Yeah, but you
and
know-
she talks about how she's like, she is. It's they're not necessarily like some of it is personal, but some of it is just like shit she saw on TV and she wrote a song about.
I would never put that upon someone to like, you know, be the responsibility of where you're like, yeah, you have that capability.
Well, right. It's like, yeah, if you can get
your
paid for
place
it.
to do it. You know,
Right.
it's like, you know, I thought about this today. Like, I weird random tangent, but I had to go to court for something. And I was, you know, I had a very smooth, pleasant experience, but, I was pissed about my personal experiences with it. And I was like, you know, would I become a lawyer? And my ideal was, fuck no. I wouldn't be a fucking lawyer.
Mhm.
I wouldn't bloody do that. No, I'd want to boycott everything I could about law without jeopardizing people's health. In the same sense, it's like Sia is so good at what she does, and I don't bloody blame her. Just
Yeah.
like I don't blame anybody for being a YouTube whatever, because I'd do it too.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, that's a good point.
So the end of this Kanye podcast. Kanye, we thank you. We thank you. You know what,
We
Kanye?
didn't talk about Kanye all that much. We talked about a lot of other stuff.
Well, of course, but we
We
talked
didn't-
about a good amount of
We
Kanye.
didn't talk about his hate for epileptic
We
people.
didn't talk about his made up debt.
Or
Apparently,
him
so
lying
far-
on the floor during his SNL skit.
Right. Well, okay, so
He had to rest.
He-
Okay, he was
lied
tired.
down. He
was
also-
tired.
he also, after one of the songs, when he announced his like album, or
Oh, I remember
whatever,
that.
I remember
he just
this.
like randomly yelled. Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
yeah. Exactly.
Oh God, my ears.
So,
So,
we'd like to thank Kanye.
and he also, if you haven't heard, he had a near breakdown. Like he almost walked off SNL. He almost didn't
Of course
perform
he
at
did.
all. Yeah,
I did
there's
not hear
recordings
that.
of this. It was
Really?
like, yes, he almost, because what happened
So
was
we can look it up on YouTube, for example.
you can Google it. If you Google like
Google
Kanye
the
SNL,
Kanye
breakdown.
SNL breakdown.
there's audio and stuff.
Is that like a Christian? What's his name on the Terminator 3 thing when that came out?
Sure.
Oh, no one remembers that.
Anyway, so what happened was apparently they changed something about his set. I'm guessing because that big like light screen thing behind him reflected off some surface on the floor and they removed it. It probably reflected into the cameras or something. And then he freaked out because the SNL crew had changed his set.
Basically, it was
and he's a genius.
It was common sense.
And he went into this whole thing about how he's 50% more influential, and he listed a bunch of people like Picasso and blah blah blah, and all these people who he is 50% more influential than all of them.
Yeah, but
Who
Picasso-
he considers himself
Because
his
Picasso
peers.
didn't have
knows
Instagram, you
math.
stupid twat.
Yeah, and also Picasso was like, you can't draw parallel to Picasso. Picasso wasn't appreciated until after his death. So
Yeah.
unless you're claiming that nobody knows who you are, and you're not dead yet,
Kanye,
so
we're kind of dropping a hint about you living right now.
mostly
I
like
mean,
yeah,
you know.
if you want to compare yourself to Picasso, you should probably die.
Picasso. I like Picasso.
Picasso.
I like
That's
that
what he.
too.
Yeah, that's Kanye. That's
Life
Kanye.
of
Picasso.
You know the new album's called Life of Pablo, and that's after Picasso because he uses no. And here's why: because he's misappropriating. This has also been proven to not be a Picasso quote at all. But Kanye doesn't like research things ever, so
He doesn't need fact.
Right, he doesn't need fact or any opinion other than his own. But
I am fact. I am
he posted
fiction.
that quote, like good artists borrow, great artists steal, something like that.
Well,
and it's
it's the-
misappropriated to Pablo Picasso, but apparently there's no evidence he ever said that.
Yeah.
And that's Kanye's whole reason for calling the album Life of Picasso, because he feels that.
So we're basically condoning appropriation.
And
at this
he's
point.
basically saying it's okay that all my music is based on samples completely based off other songs.
Well, it's a play
because-
on the standing on the shoulders of giants, right?
Yeah. But my feeling is that quote has always been used as an excuse for people to lazily steal, where they miss the point of it, which is that great artists take something and they make it their own, and therefore it's not actually stealing it and just reusing it.
Yeah.
It's that they steal it and make it their own, and you can't even tell like
And they do something
the
new.
last good samplers, Beastie Boys.
Yeah, and there's still, valid use for sampling, but it's like it's up to the individual to be like, this is
Mario C was their DJ.
yeah.
Mario C, and he was phenomenal, and what a great DJ, because it wasn't just taking a piece of music, playing it while you've mixed it differently, and then having your music go over it. It was
Yeah.
a whole other different thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it comes down to the individual to decide: am I taking another song and putting a beat under it,
Yeah.
or am I taking something and sampling it and making something new?
Yeah, Kanye.
And some people like P. Diddy and Kanye do not seem to know where the line is.
Kanye, you big wank.
What do you guys think that Kanye will cut off next?
I don't want
I
to.
don't- I haven't heard the whole new album yet because it's only on Tidal, and I'm not going to sign up for a
I was
title.
gonna say, what does that mean?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It's called.
Apparently, also, I heard, I don't know if this is true. I think I heard somebody say that he's already suing people because they torrented it because they didn't want to sign up for title. and
Kanye,
he
I
only
torrented
released
it and
on
then I
Tidal.
deleted it and then I
They-
recycled
So
it.
he
and then I
released something on
deleted it.
Tidal that people are already torrenting on Tidal?
No, they're torrenting because they don't want to use Tidal, and
Right.
people who have Tidal, they can get it and then therefore torrent it. And so it's like that's the problem with this whole like, I'm going to release it on just this format because it'll make me and my friends money because my friend Jay-Z owns it. But the problem is you can't
course
actually
he does.
restrict access to anything.
You wish you was tapping that.
So just release it because it's not gonna work, and you're gonna try to sue people, and that's also not gonna work because there's already been precedent set. It's not happening
Kanye,
for you.
we're not happy with you.
But it doesn't matter because the music is horrible and stupid anyway.
And you should probably feel bad.
Yeah. You
Well,
should.
well, you know, wow.
To tie it
that,
back.
that has tied it back. High five for Kanye.
For the
Your music is bad, Kanye,
The-
and you should
and
feel
you should
bad.
feel
drunkest
bad.
episode we've ever done.
I'm Jamie Ignao.
That's cool.
Duly noted.
I'm Ashleigh Walsh.
How's that working out for you?
I'm Ashleigh Walsh.
We've literally never done a sign off like that. So
I just said I'm Jamie Ignao.
I know.
I wasn't signing off.
I thought you were being all like,
I just wanted to remind
Speaking of
you.
following,
I
I'm
just
going to cut
wanted
my
you to know
left
it's
off.
my name.
I was
Two,
just trying
for
to
good
remind
measure.
you, Matt. Okay.
Hi, my name is Matt.
I did. That's not the way you would say
And
it.
my name is James.
Hi, James.
Hey,
The doctor's in the house.
let's do a podcast.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends on Facebook, tell your followers on Twitter, and if you haven't already, subscribe on iTunes or yourmusicisbad.com. If you're looking to tell us how wrongs we is, we will happily respond to it on the podcast. Just shoot an email to ymibpodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Or hit us up on Facebook and Twitter, etc., etc. Follow me at The One True Matt. I'm turning it off now.